And it's just so funny because Isabel, like I always told her, Isabel's obviously my best friend. I feel like a lot of people, if you know me, you know her, but I would tell her all the time, like, and we both like agreed. It was just such a good rule to have. Like, don't ever involve yourself with anybody in the line dancing community. Like, don't date any of these guys that you're gonna have to see every week and like dance in the same like group with them. Like, it's just like a recipe for drama. And it's just so funny that I literally had that as like such a like hard rule of mine. And
Mhm.
now I'm dating someone that I'm at line dancing.
Yeah,
So
I love talking about this with dancers, because everybody I feel like is on one side of the fence or the other. Uh,
yeah,
and I personally I hate when dancers say that because and I get it, like you said, there's the drama, you're if you break up, you're gonna see, but you can't live life like that.
yeah,
And that and to my point earlier talking about like with the girl I dated before, Emily, um, after it didn't work out with her, I realized that I love to dance. And if you are not dating, and if you are somebody like you who loves to dance, and you're now teaching on Fridays, and we're going to touch on that in a minute, but like if you are not dating somebody who really enjoys going out and doing that with you, it's just going to make yourself miserable. Because every girl I dated up until Emily, it was just an issue. Not just like some of them, girls even said hello to me. It was end of the world, and you're having to go home because God
yeah.
forbid a friend says hello. Or other ones just didn't want you dancing with, somebody else, but we could go out. And I'm just like, you build friendships. Dancing is harmless. If a friend who has been strictly a friend asks me to dance, it shouldn't be the end of the world to just dance with them and have fun and go home. So I knew
Yeah.
I wanted somebody who really accepted that culture and understood it. Is that changed now that you're dating Tucker that, you feel like that's a better scenario because he understands it and gets it and enjoys it?
I mean, yeah, I do know people are so opinionated on this. And I think more oftentimes than not, like people like me can say, I'm not going to date anyone in the dance community. And I feel like those are the people that end up dating people in the dance community. So, I think that you have such a good point because my previous relationship, he did not go line dancing with me. And I don't think it was a problem. I think we had problems well before that was just kind of like throw it on the list, like throw it on the pile of issues. But it was very much a disconnect. I would say, like, I have this thing that's such a big part of my life, and like you aren't involved in it like at all. And so it was very weird. And having Tucker, and for instance, like to go back to my ex, my previous relationship, like if we were in a city, like if we were traveling somewhere, honestly, the first thing I do is like look up what line dancing bars are there. And, if we would do that in a place, like if we were in like Greenville or whatever, and I'm Googling like line dancing places in Greenville, I know that he doesn't want to go do that. There was that disconnect for sure. Whereas with Tucker, like if we're ever anywhere, we're both looking for like where we're going to go dance. Like,
Yep.
how can we dance? Like, if we're on vacation for like 4 days, how can we dance? Where can we dance every single night? Like, we were in Tampa and we literally went and danced at Cowboys in uh is it Largo? Yeah,
Yes,
down
yes.
there in St. Pete
It's
area.
so weird because to us, we say Cowboys in Tampa, and they're like, it's in Largo. And then if you say whichever one's in St. Pete, they're like, it's St. Pete. And I'm like,
I know. That's why I didn't want to get it wrong because they are all very
yes.
like specific about the towns, and I just don't. I forget which ones, but everyone knows what Cowboys dance hall down in the Largo St. Pete area. Yes, so we
Sure.
went and danced there twice. Like, so to like almost agree with you. Like, I do think it would be like if you're looking for a serious relationship and line dancing or anything, any hobby, anything like that is a big part of your life. And, you date someone that it's not a huge part of their life. Like, I don't think it's impossible, like I know plenty of people that actually line dance and like their significant other doesn't. And it's literally like not a blip on their radar and it causes no issues.
Yeah.
But for me personally, like having experienced both, you know, being with someone that does line dance, it just makes things easier, you know, like it's not an argument. Like it would never be an argument of like, I want to go dance and like
Yeah,
he doesn't, like it would never be an issue. So it's just almost one less thing to like worry about, I guess. So
I feel like
yeah,
it's
to your
funny.
point. Yeah.
When I was growing up, I was like, I didn't go to bars. I hated bars, and I was like, I'm never gonna date somebody who goes to the clubs and everything. And I feel like it's silly to throw away a marriage, or relationship because you want to go to a club. But I feel like dancing's different because you can go to a club and dance, and it's a hobby. Like you can learn new dances, you can make friends.
Yeah.
You're not just going to the club to get absolutely obliterated every single weekend. And sometimes we do, but like you're just going out just to dance and just socialize with people. And it doesn't even have to be line dancing, like you could go shag, you could go to Texas and go two-step,
Yeah.
a lot of different styles of dance. You can go to a ballroom studio and dance. Like there's a lot of forms of dance. And it's good for the mind, it's good for your body just to go out and move.
Oh yeah. No, 100%. And for me, like that's totally what dancing is. Like it's definitely not a way to like go out and drink or anything like that anymore. It's or it never was really, but it's definitely something like it's an escape, like it's a creative
Yeah.
outlet. It's a community, like you have a community where like you definitely feel like you belong because all these people
Mhm.
are just as obsessed with, you know, line dancing as you are. And you know, it's definitely for all those reasons. Like honestly, like when you go line dancing, a lot of the places like that don't allow drinks on the floor, like you don't have time to